Roger Ebert, is he the tool of the day? All right, Chris, Leanne, Greg, I have to say, I don't really have a problem with what Ebert tweeted, if it's true that Dunn was drunk. The problem is we don't have any evidence of that right now.
True. Not that I don't think it was truth, but it was a little insensitive
what
to
do
do
you mean
it
you
right
don't have
away.
any evidence of that? What are all those
The
pictures of him in that bar?
The police report has no mention of alcohol.
Well,
the bartender at the bar says that Dunn was not inebriated.
But also, aren't we not allowed? I mean, aren't we not allowed to say something like that within? I mean, I feel like you don't say something like that about someone who was killed unless the state put that person down. For hopefully living in like a mansion in Abbottabad, Pakistan. Right. Say that on the same
Good one,
day.
Chris.
Right. No, I do kind of agree that it was a little unseemly to tweet it so quickly.
It was because he thought he had a funny joke.
Yeah. No,
That's all it was.
Yeah.
His funny joke reflex. And he's become known for his tweeting, and he wants to, he takes pride in being, you know, Captain Snark.
Yeah.
So that's basically
and it's terrible.
why.
I mean, he killed
Not
somebody.
a bad thing he did. It was just, you know, it's an Ebert thing.
Yeah, but he killed somebody else too, so that kind of sucks.
And that was Ebert's point.
Right.
That he was kind of saying he felt bad for the people who.
Then say you feel.
But he didn't really say that.
Say you feel bad for that person.
But that's not clever.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. By the way, Ebert's Facebook account was shut down for about an hour, I think earlier. I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday. I think Tuesday, after people complained about his tweet. But then Facebook came back up after about an hour, and Facebook says it was an error. Greg, you said Ebert, and this apparently is the reason you loathe him, that he steered you wrong with a bunch of films.
Yes.
Including Schenectady, New York.
Yes.
I assume you mean Synecdoche, New York.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
There were two of them. He remade one.
No.
No, I did see that movie twice.
I didn't make it through it the first time. And I usually like those kinds of movies, but yeah, this one didn't work for me.
It's an interesting film. I would suggest you don't see it. But it's an interesting film to talk about. Not seeing.
Not really.
It's a very long movie.
Yeah,
and
but
it's painful.
I think, judging from right now, it's not interesting to talk about at all.
Yeah, I don't know, but we should continue not talking about it.
Why don't we do that in the next segment?
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
Bye.
See you later. Thought that would never end. Coming up, should students be allowed to mock their teachers online? Wow, I'm full of questions tonight. Well, you can now direct mean speech at your teach. A Pennsylvania federal court has ruled that students have a First Amendment right to make fun of their teachers and principals via social media sites. A pair of free speech decisions ruled on the side of high school senior Justin Layshock, that's a real name, who created a parody MySpace profile of his principal back in 2005. Those were the days. And an unnamed middle schooler who, in 2007, created a similar page featuring her principal, presenting him as a bisexual who enjoyed hitting on students and their parents. Aren't we all? So I bet you're wondering, what does Smiling Dog think about all this?
Good dog. Yeah, she's smiling. She's smiling. Yes, she is. Look at that gorgeous white smile. Yeah, happy dog. Happy Lucy. Oh, open mouth smile.
That doesn't look happy to me. That looks dangerous.
Snarling is that awful person saying all that
But
stuff.
adorable.
Smiling in dog language means kill, kill, kill. Leanne, okay. These infractions, when these people make up the stuff about their teacher,
Right.
it happens outside school grounds. Should that matter?
You know, I'm kind of mixed on this subject because, you know, as kids, you sort of make fun of your teachers if you don't like them amongst yourselves. But when you put it out there, sort of, and you're creating pages, and, you know, what if that principal was not a bisexual or whatever that girl was creating the same? I mean, it's almost like you're making stuff up. And
I think that if you
Defame
wrote
them, you know?
something, John, on a
That's
bathroom
untrue.
wall,
If
that's not
something
true.
like- if something like that is untrue, you put it out there, that kid's liable for slander, except
Exactly.
I don't think you can sue a kid. I'm
Yeah,
not sure you can.
it's. I don't understand how a kid has this like plastic bubble that protects them, that allows them to attack an adult. If that child wrote on a bathroom wall that you know, Mr. Gibson had an affair with, you know,
Yeah, go wring his neck.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. I don't think these kids. I'm very suspicious of kids' rights in general.
Yeah, me too.
What rights?
Yeah.
Until you get old enough to vote, pay taxes, go in the army, all that stuff, it seems to me adults are telling you what your rights
You
are.
were telling me in the green room they should only be making shoes.
Yes,
is what you were
exactly.
saying.
Little cobblers.
And
Yeah,
sweatshops.
yeah. Chris, isn't this just getting harder to be a teacher? Like, this is another thing. Like, you got to go in and put up with these kids. And then you got to go home and wondering if that kid, like, let's say I discipline you, which I know you've been asking me to do for many, many months.
Many years.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
But I discipline you. In the back of my head, I'm wondering, are you going to go home and then write something horrible about me?
Well, I think you know, actually, that kid's going to go home and say something horrible about you, but that's been going on forever.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference is, it's the difference between you passing a note to a classmate that says something bad about a teacher,
Yeah.
and that teacher finding it or not finding it. And if they find that online, or they find it in, like, paper form in the classroom,
Yeah.
I feel like if you're busted, you're busted.
Can I remind you of something?
Sure.
Bill O'Reilly was a teacher.
That's true.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. And that's why he's,
Can you imagine how he'd handle that?
that's why he scares you when you're sitting on his set. You
Right.
feel like you're in class again.
Yeah.
He knows exactly how to talk to you,
More-
just like
more-
a teacher.
Yes.
More teachers ought to be like him.
Yeah, I'd be frightened,
Well,
terrified.
there are actually laws out there where if your kid cuts class enough that they arrested one mother earlier this
Yeah.
month because her son didn't come to school, and they're like, you know what, you need to be responsible for your son, who's a child, who we can't arrest him because he's not showing up to school, but we're going to arrest you. So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah.
Should they hold parents responsible?
Sure.
Yeah, that would be actually the way to do it. And then the teacher can write things about the student's parents. Bill, you've been silent. Is that because you defend the jerks, don't you? The
I
young
do
jerks.
defend the jerks because schools aren't democracies, but everywhere else is. And the judge said that these pages were so over the top that they can be considered parody. So these guys are like little Larry Flints, is what we're talking about.
Oh, that's
here.
nice.
And I would also add
Larry
that
Flint.
the teachers need to lighten up. And as one who's a certified D-bag on my own Wikipedia page, I know of what I speak. Just deal with it.
No, I got to say,
Whine.
two things. You can't, let's say, if you did this to a student, right, and the student committed suicide,
That's bullying.
Yeah, that's bullying. So what if a teacher comes home and you do something so horrible? Then it's going to be that story. It's going to be that teacher was bullied. Or what if that bully comes back and does something? The teacher comes back and does something. Those are the consequences that they would that somehow doesn't matter because of an age difference, which doesn't make any sense to me. I think if the student could do this to a teacher, the teacher can do the same thing to the student.
Right.
Or to the
Kids
parents.
know
They can
exactly
go,
what they're saying.
Yeah,
That's why they're doing it.
But I guess the teacher can go on Facebook and say, this kid bedwets. Why not?
The teacher can go to the principal's office and say, this kid fails.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's send him home.
Either way, I think we all agree Milos Forman should make a movie out of this.
I agree,
I think
too.
that's something we can come together
I don't
on.
know who that is.
He did the People versus Larry Flint.
Oh, good. Well, that
Film
was,
talk.
Yeah. I don't know what that
We're
joke meant.
stuck on the
All right.
Flint tonight.
Time for another break. And remember to check out the new Red Eye podcast. There's a new one every day. To catch them, go to foxnews.com and click on Red Eye. Very simple. Tonight we talked again about Franklin and Bash.
Who's that guy with the beard?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, look at you.
Does Boston not likey all things Nike? Mayor Tom Menino's delicate constitution was tested during a recent stroll down Newbury Street upon spotting shirts within the windows of Nike Town that read, "Get High, Dope, and F Gravity." What did that stand for? So Menino did what any priss in power would do, ordered the store manager to take them down via a strongly worded letter. Writes the outrageously outraged politician, quote, "Your window display of T-shirts with drug and profanity wordplay are out of keeping with the character of Boston's Back Bay. We urge you to remove them." Chris, Nike defended it, saying these are common expressions that athletes use, but they knew that it was about drugs, obviously.
Right, they did know, but they're also expecting that the kids know what they're talking about and are speaking on the same level. Nike's marketing, their business plan is based on selling to kids who want to appear healthy.
Yeah.
They're not based on kids who are like buying a pair of a wicking running shirt so that they can look like they're on meth.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not how, that's not what it's based on.
That's what I would do. Gibby, the store hasn't taken the T-shirts down, should they?
You know, the nickname for that mayor is Mumbles Menino up in Boston.
Is that true?
Yeah, according to Howie Carr. And look, he probably got his panties in a twist over it, and maybe he shouldn't have, but it doesn't seem like that big a deal to me.
Yeah. Leanne, isn't the real offense here that the T-shirts are just dumb?
I mean, I don't mind them. I come from the action sports world, so
Me too.
I mean, I hosted Blue Torch for years on Fox Sports, so all I did was hang around with all those guys, and those are the keywords that they use. They have a different language, and Nike is young and hip, and maybe that guy isn't.
Bill, you were in the action sports world for many, many years. But you were actually an instrument.
Look at the way I'm sitting. Even that's extreme.
Yeah,
Look at that. I'm just sort of like straddling. Like, I don't care.
Right now, you're in our faces.
Why is there no Gatorade in here and/or Mountain Dew?
Yes.
I think that Mayor Menino is a little cherry picker. I lived in Boston for quite a time. I was excited when the Nike Town was built. And I would pass by that window every day. And as far back as the mid-'90s, there would be T-shirts there that said, "Just do it." Greg, kids buy Nike out.
I know, that's
guess
terrible.
what, kids? Don't do it. And if you do, wrap it up.
Yeah, there you go. And by the way, it's not like Boston's known for drugs.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, that's Worcester.
Yeah, there you
Worcester's
go.
known for the drugs.
All right. Does it cause you great pains when someone complains? Researchers asked volunteers to do math problems over different kinds of annoying audio, and the sound of a whining person won every time. Says Professor Who Cares of the ear bleeding, quote, "You're basically doing less work and doing it worse when you're listening to the whines." As for the test, that patient's favorite noise was it. Music to my ears. Hey, Gibby, isn't it a fact that we hate whiners unless we're the ones whining?
It doesn't sound like whining when I'm doing it. I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
yeah, we hate whiners. Of course.
You're just expressing a thought. Leanne, who whines more, men or women? It's obviously women. I'm just putting it out there.
Really?
Yes.
You know, annoying people whine. But they did say that in the test that they had people whining in different languages, so you didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was just the tone of the whine, and everybody hates whining, period.
Yeah, but you know what? That might have been polluted by the fact that everybody hates whining foreigners.
True.
You know?
That too.
Truth.
Yeah. I mean, not me, of course. I love everybody. I'm a walking Benetton ad. Chris, are you a whiner? No one ever admits they're a whiner.
No, I'm a whiner. I'm a blogger, so I'm a professional whiner.
Yeah.
Actually.
That's true.
That's where you get your content, right?
Although
Yeah.
I have to say, the only thing that I think that is more annoying than the sound of a whine is the sound of a sentence that starts with, "I just read a study that says." I mean, so
Good one.
That's a very good point. Bill, your speaking voice was voted second most annoying. Congratulations.
Look, I've broken my nose 3 times. As a result, I have sort of a nasal delivery. It's not my fault. I've always found that women tend to whine sometimes until they become whiners. And then not only do they not whine again, but they make sure that anyone in their periphery does not whine about anything ever again because they have kids and they remind you of that all the time.
Well, interesting point.
Happy Mother's Day. Oh, wait, it's been Father's Day a couple days ago.
All right, we're going to close things out with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy. To see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. There it is. Time to go back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Leanne, tell me about your lingerie.
I've got a new lingerie line that's coming out. We actually shoot in a couple weeks, and I also have a poker chip set. That's a Leanne Tweeden poker chip set that's going to be coming out. So,
No,
businesswoman Leanne Tweeden. That's right. I know.
it's not what I meant, but that's cool, I guess.
I'll send you some for
Really?
your girlfriends or something.
No.
Do you have cat sizes?
Wow.
Just send them in my size, and that will be fine.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got really big cats.
La 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 la
Yeah.
la la la.
Chris, I understand you have someone else's book you'd like to plug.
Yes, my very good friend Noelle Hancock has a book out this month called My Year with Eleanor. It's a very funny, touching memoir, and I'm a character in it, and so is Bill, so you should get it.
Yes.
Oh.
Right now.
Yeah, you lost me at the Bill is in it.
I should have left that off.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Maybe I can get a redacted copy. Yeah. Hey, John, boxers or briefs?
As Chris Christie said, none of your business.
He put you in your place, lingerie wearing freak.
Cali style, huh?
Yeah. It was rude. I had told him to ask that question. Just
Yeah, he did. You set him up for that.
Yeah.
That was crappy of me.
That was a mean
Yeah,
thing
it
to
was
do.
a
You're a
mean thing.
monster.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Andy's a monster. He deserved that.
Yeah, he is a monster. You're
The
both
gi-
monsters.
The Gibbs set me up.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah, they can't.
Sorry.
yep. Bill, how's your foot?
Not great, Andy. 2 days off painkillers, but I find that pain is almost better than caffeine. I am wired right now, and I see 2 of you.
No more drugs?
I think I'm going to go back to the drugs tomorrow.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Bye, Andy.
Bye.